Yeah, I think we agree. I think we're, in compliance with them, with the league, and obviously there's no room or space.
And it looked like Sky head coach Tyler Marsh has confirmed there has been lies told about
The Chicago Sky coach is left stunned after Angel Reese dropped a bold claim accusing Indiana Fever fans of racism. Spoiler alert, they are not. Yet, it seems the WNBA has quietly made it a habit to throw shade at the Fever whenever possible. So, what's really happening here? Is this just basketball drama, a conspiracy brewing behind the scenes, or simply a wild social media frenzy? Get ready, you're about to uncover the full story.
Yeah, obviously there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA, our team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this whole process. Obviously, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this.
even her head coach just went on record and said he didn't hear anything about harassment until we did. The exact time we did was when the WNBA stated that they was going to launch an investigation into the game. Now, if that is your head coach, he should have been the first person directed to know if there was hate speech or racist slurs said towards
The WNBA circus has rolled into town, and front and center under the spotlight is none other than Angel Reese, the self-declared star juggling outrage like a pro ringmaster. This time, she's donned her victim lens and dramatically pointed the finger at Indiana Fever fans, labeling them the latest villains on the American stage. Yes, you heard that right. Those loyal, mostly harmless Fever supporters have somehow become the centerpiece of Angel's narrative, a boiling pot of alleged racism. But here's the spoiler, they are not. Not even close. This isn't a fight for civil rights, it's just another sideshow, and Angel seems to be relishing every moment.
From Angel Reese today, and we heard from Tyler Marsh. Tyler Marsh, folks, let's send our best wishes to Tyler Marsh. He's about to be called every name under the book. Sellout, Uncle Tom, Coon, unless he starts backtracking like he's Darrell Revis in his prime, and he intercepts the hate like Deion said. Unless that happens, oh, Tyler Marsh is about to get run out.
From the Chicago Sky coach, from Tyler Marsh, and he has essentially confirmed that what we all thought, that the allegations made were because of the Flight React sound effect. The Flight React sound effect is what happens, because everyone thought, oh, maybe there was something that like the players heard and they reported it. No.
First off, the notion that Indiana Fever fans are secretly harboring racist views is about as believable as a vegan showing up at a Texas barbecue festival. The Fever's fan base is simple and clear. They love basketball, they adore Caitlin Clark, and they take genuine joy in watching their team dominate opponents like the Chicago Sky. No racism required to explain that. But Angel Reese, she's out here crafting a story so ridiculous, it's like watching a toddler attempt to finger paint a Jackson Pollock masterpiece.
Something newsworthy said today in regards to the alleged hateful fan comments made toward Angel Reese during the Fever and Sky game on Saturday, because the Sky actually gathered for practice today, and they spoke, and both the coach and Reese spoke. The more notable comments came from Tyler Marsh, the head coach of the
So, what's really going on? The WNBA has been on a slow-motion downward spiral for years. Ratings keep slipping, attendance is in free fall, and fan engagement barely registers a heartbeat. The product on the court struggles, clunky offense, whistle-happy referees, and a pace that feels more like a boring slideshow than top-tier professional basketball. Yet, instead of addressing these clear, fixable problems, the league and its supporters keep pointing fingers at the fans. Apparently, it's the audience's fault for not getting excited over mid-range misses and endless free throws, because nothing screams progress quite like blaming the very people who are tuning out.
We just heard about what's going on. He had no idea. He's just like, well, we just heard that this is happening. So no, they've confirmed this is because of Twitter. This is the most unserious league ever. Kathy Engelbert, you are this is embarrassing. And I don't even know if it's Kathy. There's no video proof. The players don't know what's going on. The coach is like, we heard nothing. Both sets of players are we heard nothing. And it's a social media account that has now deleted their account.
Because clearly, the real issue isn't Angel Reese's over-the-top theatrics or Chicago's failure to keep pace with a fiery Indiana Fever squad. Nope, It's those pesky Fever fans and their whispered racism. Meanwhile, on the court, Caitlin Clark and the Fever were straight up torching the Chicago Sky like they were testing out a new barbecue sauce recipe. The Sky looked like they showed up expecting checkers, while Clark and the Fever were playing 3D chess with laser beams and fireworks. And Angel? Well, she was left scrubbing the floor like it owed her money. Let's talk about that infamous foul, shall we? Honestly, it perfectly sums up the entire Angel Reese saga: loud, obnoxious, and completely missing the point. The foul wasn't some grand conspiracy. It was simply the result of Indiana's relentless pressure and Chicago's desperate, flailing attempts to keep up. Yet somehow, it's been blown into a scandal fit for a daytime soap opera.
Has been told about the Chicago Sky, bro. Just like I told y'all days ago, bro. This whole thing was fabricated and it was a lie. I released footage of the sideline. I released several videos confirming that no one was.
Angel Reese's reaction? Pure theatrical gold. An Emmy-worthy performance in the drama over a routine foul category. What should have been a simple call turned into a full-blown soliloquy about injustice, conspiracy, and cosmic betrayal. One moment she's on the court, the next she's channeling Shakespeare, raging at the basketball gods as if they'd personally descended from the rafters just to ruin her day. Never mind that fouls happen all the time. Never mind that the call was textbook WNBA standard. To Angel, this was personal, a carefully orchestrated attack, a moment of divine sabotage meant to crush her spirit and silence her greatness. Meanwhile, back in reality, the Indiana Fever were doing something remarkable: winning. They played like a cohesive unit, with structure, poise, and, gasp, actual strategy. They executed plays, locked down on defense, and, shockingly, didn't spiral into melodrama whenever a call went against them. They weren't caught up in optics or narratives. Their focus was on buckets and defense. While Angel was busy rewriting history in real time, the Fever were rewriting the scoreboard.
Oh, how being silent is such a blessing. Such a blessing it is to be silent and have nobody being critical of you. All those Chicago Sky reporters, you guys are all, let's just call a spade here. You guys are all soft as Charmin. Shout out to Kobe, RIP to the Mamba. Charmin soft. Hey, Angel, how was it like dealing with the environment of people calling you all those names? Oh, if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. Oh, Angel, how did it feel? How did you push through that? Oh, well, obviously it's hard to hear. Wait, did it happen to you, or did you not hear anything happen to you? That's very...
Honestly, the whole Angel Reese phenomenon feels like that one friend who can't let anyone else have the spotlight. You're sharing how you twisted your ankle, and suddenly they are one-upping you with a story about shattering their leg and hiking 5 miles through snow. Oh, and by the way, they lost the game. When things don't go her way, it's always the refs being corrupt, systemic bias, the stars misaligned, anything but owning up to the fact that her team got outplayed. Mention that Indiana simply played better, and you're instantly labeled a hater. The full Angel Reese PR machine kicks in, blocked on socials, accused of internalized misogyny, maybe even racism, because how dare you suggest her team just got beat? Angel isn't just playing basketball anymore. She's starring in her own drama. The problem? The plot twist everyone sees coming is that she's the one writing herself out of the story.
Become aware when everyone else did. What does that indicate? That the Sky did not know or did not hear anything in real time or see anything in real time. So that makes the Sky, that makes the Fever, that makes me, that makes everyone I talked to who was in the arena, everyone else who has spoken from the arena. That makes no cameras, no cell phones. So far,
the irony here is thick. Angel Reese's public meltdown might be doing more damage than good, not just to her own reputation, but to the WNBA as a whole. When a star player, touted as a future face of the league, chooses to lash out at fans and media instead of owning a tough loss, it doesn't come across as bold or passionate. It feels disconnected. It casts the league as defensive, thin-skinned, and more obsessed with drama than progress. Fans aren't tuning in for soap opera theatrics. They want to see elite athleticism, fierce competition, and genuine sportsmanship. Sadly, Angel's antics are drowning out those very qualities that should be lifting women's basketball to new heights. Let's be honest, fans want to root for players who keep their heads down and let their performance speak. They want post-game interviews filled with grit and accountability, not finger-pointing or cryptic excuses. When Angel Reese shifts the spotlight away from the court and onto a stage of attitude, blame, and subtle digs, it distracts from the momentum the WNBA is trying to build. And that's a real shame, especially in a season that has the potential to be truly transformative for the league.
Angel Reese is speaking about it like it's fact too. Angel Reese was like, this is unacceptable, players. If this can happen to me. What's this? The allegation of this was an entire crowd chanting or making those animal noises at Angel Reese. And I'm sorry, that did not happen. If that did happen, ban every single Indiana Fever crowd or fan who was in the arena from ever attending again. Ban the entire crowd. Heck, make Indiana play every single game in an empty crowd, empty arena, if that happened.
Meanwhile, across the court, the Indiana Fever are quietly crafting their own narrative, with a swagger that commands attention without ever demanding it. At the heart of it all is Caitlin Clark, a player who's moved far beyond rookie hype to become a true phenomenon. But Clark's stardom isn't just about her jaw-dropping scoring, though that alone could fill highlight reels for weeks. What sets her apart is how she approaches the game, with unapologetic intensity and calm, composed confidence. She doesn't need to shout for the spotlight. Her game is the megaphone, blasting loud and clear in every arena she enters. Watching her is like witnessing a tornado tear through the gym. Wild, fast, precise, and devastatingly effective. She has the vision of a seasoned point guard, threading passes through impossible seams. Her shooting range rivals that of a long-distance sniper. Blink and you'll miss her pulling up from the logo. Most importantly, she carries the kind of charisma and swagger that only a player who knows she's changing the game can bring, because she is. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball.
Angel Reese, the WNBA came out and got ahead of any type of wrongdoing and are starting their own investigation. Can you please tell us what was said? Angel, can you please tell us what the fans said to you? Angel, can you please tell us what you heard when you were sitting at the check-in table? Angel, when you were acting like a complete unhinged lunatic, can you please tell us what the families of four were screaming at you from the stands? Oh, that's very interesting. I'm going to assume that this is a whole entire hoax. Is it not, Angel? Angel, do you think the WNBA is the most unserious basketball league in the